Alright, good morning YouTube. Got the bench all cleaned up here for another day of work, and we're going to start with an Elite controller for the Xbox One, and then we have a Xbox One S no power that we're going to take a look at as well. Let's put some music on. Alright, let's try this one. Alright, so got this Elite controller here. A little bit dirty. And it says, it's a little bit loud. Okay, so it says left stick is drifting, so we're going to go ahead and pop it on the tester here and see what it's doing here on the tester. Well, right now, there it goes. Okay. Looks like his charging port is a little bit messed up here. Okay, I see it. Right stick looks good, but the left stick, yeah, that's drifting. I'm not even touching it. It's doing its own thing here. Yay, that's horrible. Okay, so go ahead and take this bad boy apart. It's nice to have nails for these controllers. What's up, Donovan? What Donovan is that? I know a few Donovans. Yep, we got an Elite controller here. Pretty nice looking, actually. One with the little side buttons on the back. So I'm gonna see if we can get this guy up and running. And we have an Xbox One S that apparently the housemaid unplugged it while I was using it. Oh, what's up? Hell yeah. Yeah, housemaid unplugged this Xbox One S when it was on while she was doing some cleaning, I guess, when the kids were playing it, and crapped it out. So we're gonna see if we can figure out what's going on with that. Don D. Frag. How you doing today, brother? You know what, though? It is quite warm in here, and I forgot to turn my air on, so let's do that. Boink, 78 degrees in here already. Alright, so left stick is actually on the right side since it's always reversed when you open the back of the controller, and sometimes I actually do mess that up. Hell yeah, man. Doing good. Feeling pretty good today, so that's good. Please. Alright. Hopefully this joystick will go in and not have any drift, and I don't have to do any drift repair, but knowing my luck, I'm going to have to do drift repair because they always have drift. Even after you put the new stick in. Not as much as this one though, like that was unusable. Usually when you put a new stick in these new controllers, the PS4 controllers, the Xbox One controller, they have, they're not dead center. And that's what I mean by drift. It's not like moving on its own, it's just not dead center. So the gray one's on the top on that side, it's on the bottom on this side. Actually, no, plus, minus. Yippee. Okay, so we got this right stick over here. Well, it's the left stick, but it's the right stick on this one, so we're gonna take this guy off. Let's get a new stick. I'll wick out the old solder from these points here. Sometimes it's a pain in the butt, sometimes it's not. Got a couple stubborn holes here. So what we'll do is we'll add some flux. And we'll add a little bit more new solder to those holes. And then we'll wick them out again. Ah, you want to be stubborn, huh? See how it is. See how it is, buddy. What did you say? I have no idea, my friend. Okay, we got one stubborn hole still. There we go. Okay, so now that that's nice and clean, we're going to put the new stick in. Oh, what's up, Technic? Yeah, man. Heck yeah, bro. From the other side worked. Let's go ahead and put this other stick in. If I can see. There we go. Okay, let me just make sure that it's nice and straight here. good. Yeah, for sure. Sometimes holes just be stubborn, huh? My big old flux wand, big old gobbledygook. Alright, that's looking good. Okay. Cool. Let's now test it and see if what type of resistor I'm going to need to put in. I'm almost just betting it just because most of the time it needs a resistor to be put in to correct the drift. Oh, that's backwards. Okay, we're just going to test it and then we'll solder the cables down. Alright, let's see what happens over here. Awesome. This charging port's a little bit funky, I noticed. Alright, wow, that's very rarely does it have a centered stick on a replacement, and that's really good. So that's awesome. I don't have to do the resistor fix, which means that's awesome. Okay, so this guy's good to go now. It's perfectly centered, and we can get to this Xbox One S that won't turn on. Hoping this is actually one that I can fix, because a lot of no power Xbox One S's, for some reason, you replace all the shorted MOSFETs on the power section of the motherboard and it still doesn't turn on. So I can never figure that out. I've tried replacing the RAM voltage, the main power management IC, the MOSFETs in the 3-phase power supply, and still the things don't turn on. So I have no idea. All the standby voltages are present. I don't know what's causing it. I don't see anybody ever doing Southbridge replacements on Xbox One. So, and it might be that, but I just don't know. I'm not that advanced of a tech to really know super in-depth console motherboards that don't have schematics. So. Let's put these wires back on so we can put this controller back together. I think my BCM2 tip has just about had it. I'm gonna have to put another one on here soon. How you doing today, Technic? What you got going on, man? Anything on the bench today? Just hanging out? So the process is using a resistor to put in between the legs of the stick on the board. You put a resistor, there's 3 legs on one part of the joystick and 3 legs on the other part, and they're like side by side, and you can put resistors in between the 3 legs. In one part it makes the joystick go left, and the other part it makes it go right, and then the other set of 3 between 2 of them goes up and the other one goes down. So you put a little resistor in to correct the center point of the joystick. And once you do that, you just got to make sure that the joystick goes around fully, because sometimes on some joysticks that I find, you put the resistor in, and then when you go around in a circle, it doesn't, like, this is the top of the circle, and it'll go like 80% of the way up, and it won't go to the top part of the circle, which is no good. So I don't know what causes it to do it on that sometimes, but you use 43 kilo ohm resistor, 47 kilo ohm resistor, 56 kilo ohm resistor, 100 kilo ohm resistors to fix it, depending on what the drift is. Just kind of have to play around with the values until you find one that works. All right. What's up, man? How you doing today? Hell yeah. When you get done, can you call this customer? What you got?
Not this.
Can I? Is that a color?
That's a color.
That's dope. Why'd you bring it in? You need something done to
Oh
it?
my God, just turning in some documents.
So what color? No. This is freaking cool,
Do
dude.
that, I'd be pissed
Hell yeah.
because if you got this game,
Ooh.
you can face off.
Which one's that?
Ultron.
I don't.
Yeah,
That sounds awesome. These are cool. We have a.
Pretty much a Pokemon clone for this one.
Yeah, that's dope. We have a Neo Geo Pocket, but not a color.
Yeah.
She got some PS1, my favorite. Siphon Filter 2, Tenchu. Nice. Oh, cool. And some Genesis games. What the heck?
Yeah, that one.
Look at
Yeah, some
That's
reason-
dope.
some
It's
reason-
aftermarket.
That's from Taiwan.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
It's on the flea market, but
Cool.
I
I'm
have-
excited to see what you
I
got
have
in there.
some issues, that guy.
Is it Nick? Is it Nick?
Josh.
Josh, that's right. Darn it. All right, let's get this Xbox One on the bench. We got Josh in here doing a trade-in. He got some pretty cool stuff over there, some Genesis games, some PS1 games, some NES games. Yeah, guys, don't forget to, if you're into repairs and stuff and you like to share info, don't forget to go to computerbooter.com and sign up for our forums, because I'm trying to get people to go there and share, we can upload files, so we can have like all the system schematics up there. We can have repair logs, whatever we want to do over there. Also, just general talk for games and, tech type stuff. So, and also our links are on our website there for like Mercari. We do sell on Mercari, so if you're interested in any retro games, we do have those on there. Alright, so this is the Xbox One S that when you plug it in, and this is actually a little bit weird. I've never encountered this before, but it doesn't even make the power on sound. It does turn on for a second. So you hit the button. No power on sound at all. Oh, and this time it's, oof, yeah, that's weird. The light's like dim. It blinks one time, goes dim, and then turns off. And there's no power on sound or anything. It doesn't go doo-doo-doo like it normally does. So that's a little concerning. Alright, let's get this bad boy open, see what we find. Come on, security lock. Don't you break my plastic. Never seen yellow screws in here. There's like these white ones I normally see, but these ones are yellow for some reason. A little bit strange. Alright, let's see if it's simple enough to just replace the power board or the power supply. That would be awesome, but when I take this power supply out, I'll check to see if the 12 volt is shorted. Most likely it is. And then there would be no point in trying another power supply. First, at least.
That had the word defect written on it,
Mm-hmm.
and then it has like this these rings,
Mm-hmm.
and then like a little.
What is it?
It's 10 sheets of.
It's right there. Ooh. Yeah, that's not a good sign. We can take a look at it. I mean, if it's really consistent that it turns off and I can reproduce the problem, then it's going to be a lot easier for me to work on. It could be the power supply, it could be overheating, or it could be the south bridge on the motherboard. And yeah, so we'd have to take a look at it. I can fix it, but sometimes the chips aren't available and it's difficult to replace that chip, and a lot of the times it doesn't go well. So yeah, we can definitely take a look at it though. I mean, depending on which model it is, it's probably a slim, to be quite honest. But depending on which model it is, it could vary in price. So Southbridge power supply, overheating. Yeah. So I mean, you're most likely it's going to be around 100-ish. But if it's a Pro, it could be more because those power supplies are like $70. So. All right, let us take this power supply out. Alright, let's just see right off the bat here if there's a short on the 12 volt. There is not. That's actually really good. Wait, hold on. I switched my multimeter out, and this one's a little bit funky, so I'm gonna switch back to that other one. It doesn't beep sometimes. I'm not sure why. Hey guys, how we doing? Sure. What's it doing? Freezing, I'm not sure about. Not turning on is going to be a power related issue, so it's not turning on now. Gotcha. Okay, yeah, we'd have to drop it off. I mean, I do see that these are a little bit busted as well. Yep. So I don't know if that's an issue, but we can also replace those while we're in there. No power issues for switch lights are usually around like $80 to $100 for the repair. And the joystick would be more, but we'd have to take a look at it. So we do charge $50 for our diagnostic for me to get in there and do the work to see if I can get it to power back on again. But that goes towards the cost of the repairs. If for some reason I'm not able to fix it, it's still either $50 or I let people donate the unit for parts and then I waive that $50. So check them in for that. No power, just the diagnostic rate right now. Cool. Thanks, guys. Oh yeah, we'll get you. Yeah, we'll get you in the system right here. Heck yeah. Okay, so that's actually a really good sign. No short on the 12 volt rail here. So could be retimer. Port looks good. Let's try another power supply right off the bat here and just see what happens. I got a few of them. Hopefully I grab one that's good. This one is probably good. All right, so let's get my HDMI port here, just to see if it does come on with anything. And let's make sure there's nothing on my mat that's going to short it out. And let's plug it in with this other power supply. Nope, goes right on off. Okay. It beeped that first time too. Alright, so same issue. Power on for a moment and then it powers off. So let's take the power supply out. Let's go ahead and take this heat sink off. Axel, if you're still watching, I have my previous video that's on my channel is DualShock 4 controller repair, and you can see the resistor fix on that video if you want to take a look at that. And this stuff on the board looks like water damage, but it's not. It's actually factory stuff. There is a little bit of water damage on this board. But it doesn't look bad. It's just on the front ground plane, as far as I can tell. Okay, so now that the board's out, let's take a look. Yes, let's take a look at this power rail section of the board. Let's get our things straightened out here. Alright, so this is the power supply section of the board. You got the power management IC, you have a MOSFET up here, and then you have the 3-phase power supply. This is the first phase, second phase, and yeah, right there you can see that the driver there has some water damage on it. So that's not good, and same with this one here. So this is water damage, corrosion from whenever. And then this one, I believe, sends out the V core for the CPU. At least it's right next to the V core test pad, so I would assume that it does. It's also next to system RAM. But right now, main issue right now is going to be these drivers. You can see that there is some corrosion on those drivers. Mm-hmm. Okay, so it's kind of interesting because, oh, that one looks bad. That one's got a nasty looking leg on it from it. This is probably the problem one, or the MOSFET up here. So what we're gonna do, now that it's clean, is we're gonna test some of these chips here. So we'll put our multimeter in diode mode. And if you can see over here on the top left screen, you can see the diode mode. We'll put the red probe on ground. Actually, no, we won't. We will put the red probe on pin 1 of the first phase MOSFET, and then on this resistor here, and we should get, definitely shouldn't get 0, that's for sure. Let's try it the other way. Okay, we're on voltage. That's not going to work. Let's try it again here. Diode mode, like I said. Still got no reading. Okay. And then we'll take it the other way around. Ground and red. 0.6, that's correct. So let's go to the second phase. .6 as well, that looks good. And then the third phase. .6 as well. So, well, I don't know exactly how to test these drivers. So let me see if I can get a reading on them. Got 0.6 on that one.
So, is it a yay or nay on this disc?
I mean, it doesn't. I don't see any dimple that you're talking about. I do see scratches, but that could be resurfaced.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that one right there. I mean, I can't tell if it's a dimple or if
Yeah,
it's
that's
just a
like on the
scratch.
core of the disc. I don't think that's gonna matter. But what you could do, since it reads from the inside, is you could try it on a system and see if it
Yeah,
loads.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, he
Um,
said he played it just fine, but I'll try.
Okay. So if we put the red probe on the ground part of this MOSFET, I think this is a MOSFET. And then the black on this pin here, we're getting 0.6 on that one, which is the same as the first phase. And then the third one here, let's try, I'm not sure if this is exactly how you test this MOSFET, but I'm just trying to get a general consensus on what the values are on this. Let's try from this side of the MOSFET to this side, 0.7 on this one. On this one we get 0.7, and on this one we get 0.7. So, and if we change them around here and do it this way, we get nothing this way. Nothing. So it has to be this way. So it's going to be black on this pin and red on this pin. You get 1.4 and climbing. Wonder if it stops at some point. 1.5. And then the second one, same deal, 1.5. Third one, same deal. So I'm tempted to try it now that that corrosion was popped off, because I do not see personally an issue with these MOSFETs right at the moment, minus the fact that they were corroded. So I mean, if anything, the first thing I'll try is replacing the first and second drivers. I can also check voltages as well, so we can try that real quick. Actually, I'll leave this on. So yeah, standby voltages. I think this is going to be my power supply because it's dusty. It doesn't really matter, does it? Alright, let's plug this in and see what standby voltages we get. So, voltage. And then on this, again, on the power section of the board, we should get... Let's see, we'll put probe on ground. And then on this part here, we should get 12 volts. Yep, 12 volts there. On the next one down, we should get 12 volts here. We do. And then on this one down here, we should also get 12 volts here. We do. Yeah. There is a backlight screen for the Pocket Color. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure that this time how much it costs, but there is a few. I think there's a new one available. I think it's a funny playing one, which is awesome, and it looks amazing. So either that or it's Ben Ven. I don't remember, but I can take a look and get, you know, if you want to, you don't have to drop the color off. You can just create an invoice, and I can give you a call when I find out what the price is. It's probably going to be at least like 90 bucks or so. It could be more. Yeah, the screen itself is probably like 50 or 60 bucks. Yeah, they're pretty awesome though. Yeah, and Metal Slug, which is kind of good on there. Alright, we're going to test some other voltages here. Let me just do these test points here. So there's some test points on the other side of the board, and I'm just going to test them really quickly here. We got 1V8. Sorry, that's not 1V8. We got 1 volt, 1.8 standby right here. That's good. We got 3.3. That's good. We have 3.3 on these MOSFETs down here, or whatever these drivers are over here. Those are good. 5 volt is Where's my 5 volt? 5 volts good. Do have a little bit of corrosion up here, and I've actually, this chip in the very top left corner, I have replaced this chip before and it has restored power. So I actually am curious to see what these voltages are coming out of this chip here. Let's see. 0 volts. I wonder if there's any standby over here on this. 1.5 on this second pin. Well, actually, yeah, that would probably be pin 8, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's a 14 pin. So pin 7's got 1.58. Pin 6 has 0. Pin 4 has 0. Pin 3 has 12 volts. So that's part of the 12 volt rail. So pin 2, 0. But pin 3's got 12 volts. Pin 1 has 0. Let's go to pin. That's got 0. 9 has 0. 10, 0. 11 is 0. 12 is 1.5. 13 is 0. And 14 is 1.5. So we got 1.5 and 12 volts on this chip. And that's, I think, a place to check. So all voltages are now present. Let's just see if cleaning that corrosion off fixed this. Kind of doubtful, but never know. But then again, like I said, I don't have very much luck repairing no power or beep on beep off S's, because I don't know what the heck causes it most of the time, especially when everything else tests good. Alright, so let's power it on. And it's staying on. So actually that is incredible that fixed it. But I believe cleaning off that corrosion fixed it. So what we're gonna do is put new thermal compound on this system, put it back together, and test it. That is awesome. I am very happy about that. So yeah, the little bit of water corrosion on the board finally took it out, because that's incredible. What's up, Michael? Evening, huh? Where the heck are you? It's 11:30 in the morning, bro. Evening. You're in the UK? What time is it for you? Hell yeah. Didn't you get the message, bro? UK viewers are not allowed to view my stream. 19, what the heck is this, man? You think I'm gonna do math right now? What is it, 12? So 7:30 p.m.? Yeah, the coder, he's not allowed on here. Phil, if you're watching, you're not allowed on my stream, bro. No, I'm just I'm just playing. Man, I want to go to the UK so bad. Maybe one day I'll go visit someone. I don't know. Have to make a friend out there first. I'm only kidding, Michael. I'm just joking. That would be terrible, man. I know, I have a strange sense of humor. You're banned! I have this one customer who comes into our shop here, and he was banned from another local GameStop, so like, or game store. So every time he comes in, I'm like, "You're banned," and he's like, "What did I do?" And I'm like, "Nothing, but you're banned." It's pretty fun, but it's getting old, I think, because almost every time he comes in, I'm like, "You know what? You're banned." No, I could never ban anybody, man. It doesn't really matter. I mean, unless they stole from me and then didn't apologize or return the products after I confronted them, then that's pretty much the only reason why I'm ever going to ban anybody in the store here. I don't care if you're rude. I don't care if you're rude about my prices or my repairs or anything like that. That doesn't bother me. But if you're going to steal from us, then I'm going to have to ask you to leave. Oh, hell yeah, bro. Yeah, I'd love to take a trip one day. Get the heck out of America for a little bit. Crazy Americans. Crazy American people. Alright, so we got a new thermal compound on the CPU, central processing unit, the brain of the operation, and we're gonna make sure we put this on correctly. It goes like that. I was telling Phil, the coder, I was like, it'd be awesome if we had like a cookout, man. Just like invite like all the tech people from YouTube. Yeah, steal's a no-no. And like have like some sort of like super YouTube tech live stream nerd out with all the cool techs that share information with each other. And there's a lot of them too. Ooh, that doesn't look good. I gotta check that part out real quick under the microscope. Let me check this out real quick. London, huh? The quarters north of you, 3 hours away. That's not far at all. There's this little spot right here. It looks a little concerning. Oh, my stream music ended. What's coming up next? Cyberpunk horror, dark synthwave, copyright free. Okay, we're good. So let's see if I can get this to focus. Oof, yeah, that doesn't look good right there. I happened to see that real quickly here. Let me just see what it looks like under here. Yeah, that's not looking very hot. That's not looking too hot. Looks like a little bit of liquid damage corroded the board there. Oh man, it's almost... It looks like it's okay. But yeah, that's definitely some corrosion. Yeah, absolutely, man. He got real popular because of that Tronics fix. That's really cool. I really like Phil. His streams are fun to watch. So this is okay, I think, but it looks bad. Just gonna test it real quick and just make sure that it is making continuity there. I think it is, but Yeah, it's good, but geez, that's like a gaping hole right there. Yeah, it's fine though. And it's not cut. So it looks okay. I think what I'll do though is I'm just gonna hit it with some solder just to strengthen it a little bit. There we go. So that's actually where the water damage was on the bottom section of this board, the ground plane down here. Alright, so that'll just strengthen it up a little bit. See, that's where the water damage was along this ground plane here. So, if you see, like right here, there's some water damage from the board sitting in some liquid of some kind. Most of the time it's okay if it's on this ground plane. It's not that big of a deal. And that's about it. There's really not much more on it. It's just that one little section. Yeah. Heck yeah, man. That's awesome. Repair away. Alright, now we're going to just put this thing together. At least, mostly. We'll put this guy here on there. Actually, I just tested that one, so I just want to make sure that this power supply works as well. Let's make sure the rest of the console works, including the hard drive and the disk drive. Go. Xbox One on a bench. Let's turn her on and see if we get display, if it reads discs, and if it stays on for at least 5 minutes. Alright, let's see. Hopefully it still turns on. See, I didn't get the beep again. That's really weird that the beep doesn't beep. But it is staying on, and I don't know, my screen is blank. It shouldn't be blank. That's usually bad hard drive. It's detecting an input because it doesn't say HDMI. It is staying on, but I'm not getting an input, so that might be a hard drive. We got blank screen here. Let me see if I can turn it off. It does turn off. That's good. It is a Toshiba hard drive, and these ones go bad like crazy. So let's turn it back on one more time here. No beep. That's really weird. Oh, there it goes. Yay! I wouldn't use a mask because there's no really way that it can like short out. Usually you use a mask if it's like if you're using trace wires that maybe have a potential to move around, but those are like, you know, stuck to the board, so I don't really see a way that those could short out, to be quite honest with you. So we're getting image now. That's cool. Heck yes, that's what's up. Alright, it's working. The jumping goat. Goat will eat you. Those are some funny names there. All right, so this one's good. We're gonna log in real quickly though, and just put a game in just to make sure that works too, because I don't want to give it back to them without testing that, and then they get home and they can't put a disc in. That would be terrible. All right, let's sign in there. Let's put this tester game in here. Sounds good to me. Let's just make sure it pops up on the screen there. Yup, we got disk activity. So let's go ahead and eject that. So this thing's good to go. Man, I'm stoked. For once in my life, I fixed a no power Xbox One S, and I didn't even have to fix anything. Well, didn't have to fix anything. I didn't have to replace any chips. How about that? I definitely had to fix it. So this has been refurbished now. So it's got new thermal compound, and it's ready to rumble. Let's go ahead and put her back together. I'm happy about that. I know that customer will be happy. I feel like when I was dropping it off, she was thinking, maybe I shouldn't drop it off here, because I was letting the customer know that, you know, like no power issues are like kind of a pain in the butt on S's, and my success rate is pretty low, and I'm honest with people. So I was like, yeah, my success rate's pretty low with no power, and you might end up paying $50 for nothing, and or just giving me the console for parts. And, you know, nobody likes to hear that. So luckily, though, this one was fixable. To be quite honest with you, I mean, that's actually nice of me to offer donate the console for parts and waive that $50. Because to be quite honest, I'd rather have the $50 because I probably have like 30 of these motherboards. So I'd rather have the $50 for business, but I allow people to do that because I would hate to pay $50 for nothing. You know, I mean, to get back a broken console. Like, if it truly is unfixable, what the heck do I need the console for if I'm not a tech? You know? Okay. So let's go ahead and put this thing back together. I always forget to put this little metal clip in the front. Doesn't really matter, but I'll put that on first so that way I don't forget it. Just kind of weird though that it doesn't beep still when it turns on. That's a little bit weird. Could be this front board, but I guess I could try another front board real quick and just see if that fixes it, but it's not a big deal. Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with the board, but it is a little bit weird. Yes. Yes, it is. I have another Xbox One S that a customer dropped off that was heavily water damaged with some sort of like a sugary liquid. And they don't speak English very well at all. And after I couldn't fix it, I called them and let them know, like, you know, it's not fixable. Did they want to pay the $50 or drop off the unit? And they were like, oh, I want to pick it up. And I said, okay, do you want me to put it back together, or do you want it in pieces? And they said, put it back together. So I put it back together. They came to pick it up, and they were like, it's working, right? And I said, no. I said, I told you I've spent, you know, 2-3 hours on it, and it kept blowing chips after I would replace them, so it's not fixable. And then he kind of tried to just pay me like $20, and I was like, I'm sorry, it's $50, or you can donate the unit. And he's like, you try again. And I said, I mean, I already tried for like 3 hours and I can't get it to work, so there's not really much else I can do. And he kept pushing me to try again and try again. And I told him I'm pretty sure that his CPU is fried, but you know, if you want to leave it again, I'll try it again. I'm just not going to do it right away because I have other repairs that I got to get to, and I can't spend all day on this thing. So he left it with me again. So if I have time today, I'm gonna put that under the scope again and just take a second look at it. After repairing this one, it makes me want to try again, but I really don't think it's going to do anything because, like I said, I replaced all the MOSFETs in the power section, and I replaced the V-core one and the MOSFETs near the bottom of the board, and they kept blowing. And I think actually I finally got them to replace, and they weren't blowing anymore, but it wouldn't stay on. So I don't really know what's going on with that one, but I'll take one more look at it. One more stab. Okay. Yeah, I know. That's why I'm only gonna do it when I don't have anything else to do, because I already did take a look at it and I spent a lot of time on it, and like I said, it's heavily water damaged. So, and then the customer was like, "I'm just gonna bring it back to GameStop and return it to them." And I said, well, you can't really return it. I mean, you dropped a bottle of Coca-Cola on it, man, you know? And he's like, yeah, but they won't know. And I said, yeah, but I know, and you know, and that's not right. And it's not their fault. I don't care if it is GameStop. It's not right. Okay, one more time. Now that she's put back together, power it on one last time here. Oh, and it beeped. This thing's weird, man, that it beeps like that. Sweet. Okay. She's good to go. I don't know if they're watching. They said they were going to watch the stream today, so either way, I'm going to give them a call real quick and let them know it's ready for pickup. Tuning in, brother. So customer dropped off these aftermarket switches, and this left bumper here isn't working. It's flat. So I'm going to take it open and take a look at it. And I was mentioning that these are from Etch Power. They're called Joy Pads. Pretty cool. I like them. They have thicker, they're nice and thick. So when you're holding them, it's like more comfortable. And it has a full-size joystick as opposed to the stupid Switch one, which is like this little tiny little joystick. So it's pretty comfy. We're gonna find out if I can fix that bumper. Give me a second, I'll grab that phone. You find inside of this Joy-Con here, this Joy-Pad. If I can even get it open. It's definitely different than the Switch one. Oof, come on now. What is going on? Oh, that's bad. I don't like that. Okay. So, yeah, the button is smashed like I thought it might be. I don't like this cover that's hanging off here. I don't like that at all. And I would have to take... I don't think that these buttons are going to be the same as the Switch ones. But yeah, you can see that this button is a little bit smashed. And it doesn't actually click, it's just flat. So this is busted. Let me see. The issue is yeah, you can actually see it. There's a crack on there. So there's a crack on this right here. And you can see the side of this is busted out. The issue is this is a different Switch module, I think, than the ones that are in the Joy-Cons. Let me double check. I'm actually wondering if you can purchase those little, well, I'm sure you can, you just got to get the right ones. Those little tactile buttons. Alright, so I'm gonna need to, well, I have a broken board here. Oh, there goes one of my drawers with parts in it. That's alright. I have this one, but this is an original Switch Joy-Con board. Yeah, see, these are much different, how they connect. So I don't think that is gonna fit there. And I don't want to take that button off. Yeah, see, those connected down. Yeah, this is different. And I don't want to take that button off if it's not gonna fit. Yeah, and these are through hole. So that's a through hole component, and this the switch one's actually surface mount. So I don't think that I have any switches that are small enough for that. I do actually have little triggers. Let me see, micro switches, but yeah, they're massive compared to those. So yeah, there's not anything I'm gonna be able to do for that one. I don't have the switches, so unfortunately there's nothing I'm gonna be able to do. Now am I going to be able to get this thing back on here? Let's see. Okay, I see how it goes. That's a little bit weird. Well, darn. So the way that it goes, it actually goes underneath the motherboard, and that's annoying because it slips out, but it's going to be hard to slip it back in without taking it apart. Woo! Don't you break on me, big boy. Well, does disconnect, so that's cool. So then this goes under this board here. Goes like that, and like so. Alright. Sorry, John, I won't be able to fix this joypad for you. I apologize. Lite quick. Then I'm gonna get off stream because I have a computer to do, which I don't really do stream because it's a little difficult to. All right, so let's see first of all if this thing charges at all. Zero amps, 0 volts. So yeah, doesn't do anything. So we're gonna pop this guy open and take a look inside. Plastic cover. Stick. What we got? Gotcha. Alright, first thing first, let's unplug the battery. And take a look at the port here. Fortunately for the Lite, everything's on the other side of the motherboard, so to work on it, you got to take the motherboard out. Well, you got two anyways on switches, but port looks okay, I think. Looks maybe the port, maybe. Doesn't look damaged though. Alright, let's don't see. Well, okay, so I see a little something here. Let's go back to that. Yeah, I don't know. Nothing right away that I see on the board. There's no water damage in the cartridge. No water damage there. Okay, so I'm just gonna plug the battery back in the screen and see what happens. Turn it on now. Plug it in. Ooh, the port does feel a little bit weird. Now it's charging. Oh, broken plastic on the bottom part here. Yeah, the port is loose, so that's probably a little bit loose on the inside. Doesn't seem to no display either on the screen. It's pulling 0.5 amp, which is extremely low. Yeah, I think so. It's barely pulling anything, but no display on the screen. So it's probably port and or also M9. So we're gonna have to take this board out. Let's take the board out of the console here. Hey guys, how we doing? Back. Yeah. Yeah, it was the digitizer replacement. Well, we did the trackpad uninstall, but you don't need to put that on there. Yeah. It's for the business. Things I don't know. I guess I don't do things right. I guess. Huh. I was gonna say you're just patient. Most like I was gonna put a motto on our website here. That was like our motto. It's not done yet. We didn't call you. No, it's not done yet. But in your case, it was the opposite. Unplug the Joy-Con. The digitizer. Unplug the LCD. unplug the fan. And we got the, so I'll unplug those. And then 2 more screws by the charging port here. And sheet free. Let's take this. You know what? I like one more screw right here. So take the board out. Don't see any water damage. Alright, let's check these chips. Alright, so first things first. Let's start with this fuse. Some of the caps around. Oop, what's that? No, it's just goop. Okay, so this is the IC. This is the battery charging chip. So let's check to see if there are any shorts around any of these caps here. No, no, no. Okay, there's no shorts around those caps. This looks kind of odd. That doesn't look good. Oh, it's rating okay. So I don't really see an issue. There are Frizzerinos. So there's no shorts around BQ, no shorts around M9. There's a little bit of discoloration on this cap right here. But it's testing good, but it looks bad. It looks nasty. Well, not really, a little bit. It's testing fine though. And you can also see inside the charging port here, if you look, you can actually see some busted up pins, like corrosion. So I think I'm gonna start with the port, because you probably can't see very well, but that little pin right there, it'll stop shaking, is pretty corroded. So if it's corroded there, then to the port. So the problem with this switch Lite is that it's not getting any power. Everything tests good on the board though. Doesn't mean that M9 is good when it tests good, because a lot of the times M9 is bad when it tests good. This main chip right here. But I'm going to start with the port, because it looks a little bit damaged from the outside. So we'll start with the port. Okay, let's start with the port here. Looks like I'm running low on ports. And actually I forgot, before I put this new port on, I gotta shave it down. So that means I should be able to get it done before 7 today. If not, it'll be tomorrow. But yeah. Alright, so first things first actually is I need to trim this new port up, because this is a switch port and the switch Lite ports are a little bit smaller. So I need to come in here with my Dremel and trim that off. So usually I turn my mic off for this part because it's pretty loud. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and Dremel that piece down. I have a really obnoxious friend stop by. He thinks he's cool. We're not friends, he says. Okay, well then I just inherited a lot of arcade. Yeah. Now the port will fit, or at least it should. That looks fine. Trim out. Yes. Okay. Now let's take this port off. Stop. Got some new pants, huh? Or no? Let me see. No. I thought it's all right. Okay, let's take this port off. Not a problem. Okay. I guess the port looks fine. What's up? What's that? Yeah. Yeah. That's fine. If you're just gonna chill, then you should take another seat, because that's like also my work area. Maybe like that sounds good. Yeah. my mic on? Yes, it is. Okay. Let's put a little bit more flux on that area. Nice. That's what I like to see. How's Selena? Selena who? Uh-oh. Oh, jeez. She doing good? Good, man. Get out of my store. Get out of my store. You're not welcome here. Ugly people aren't welcome here, Chris. Okay, that looks... That looks good. What did I tell you? Get out of here. Get out of here. Get you. Alright, let's put this board on. I'm watching you. I'll punch you, man. Get out of here. Watch where you're walking. You're gonna break stuff. You picky, buy it. Later, bro. Alright. Let's put this on. Alright. You're back on. God bless you, Brian. Not really convinced that this port was all the way down. Not at all. It's, yeah, that's not all the way down. It's, that stinks, because now I might miss the port, because you gotta do it all in one shot. That stinks. I might have to Dremel another port. I use really high heat on most of my work, and this might melt the port. I guess I could turn it down a little bit. Let's turn it down to I don't know. That's pretty good. 440 didn't melt it. That's good. 440 degrees Celsius. Let's try this again here. Check this out. Ooh, that's hot. Yeah, that's better. Much better. All right. That looks good. Oops, change the music. All right, let's go ahead and board back in and see what happens. What happened to playing Cyberpunk? Are you about to do it? Is that what you were playing yesterday? Oh, you mean like you've never played the game before? It's not that great of a game. It does. One of your favorite games? Really? Yeah.
When the game is doing, you know what I'm saying? That deep that it is pristine.
Mm.
I think if it is discovered to not anything
I'm sure one day it'll be like that.
but hopefully, I really like it. It's kind of an anomaly because the scene of the product for that is so
Yeah.
huge.
Alright, see if we get now. Kind of doubtful, but better than nothing, hopefully. Same thing. We get 0.05 and then 0. 0.05, then 0. So it like keeps resetting. Alright, so now it's time to change M9. Because other than that, I don't know what's going on with this bad boy. one more try. I just want to double check that it is definitely getting no display. Let me just double check here. No display. Okay. This one, I'm not sure what's going on with it, guys. Minus that one ugly cap right there. Could be this little CPU cap, I think, here. Or CPU chip, but we're gonna start with M9 anyways. Yeah, all the values look good, so besides this cap right here, actually has some stuff coming out. Oh. Yeah, it's just $5. It looks a little bit bad. I don't bad. Got good ratings around it, so honestly, I don't know what to say about this one. One. Oops, sorry, you guys are not looking at the right thing here. I don't know, so we're gonna replace M9. No idea what's going on with this thing. And then I gotta move on to computer repair, so I'll be getting off stream. Probably hold my tweezers a little bit better so that I'm not shaking around like a twig. A bit. Is it a little bit? Teensy bit? The teensy weensy bit? Oh, it looks fine. It's on there. It should be fine. Looks fine, I think. Well, honestly, other than that, I don't know what else caused the switch light to power if it's no damage. Changes around the map. Ah, there could be this chip over here on the front of the board. The last time I checked this board, though, that shorts around that max chip. But let me just double check on this reference board that I have. Could actually be this max chip. Very possible that it's this max chip, because I'll check voltages on this once we get it back in, but it very, very well possibly could be this max chip. Yeah, it might actually be that max chip. It's a BGA one. I'm not good at BGA, at least not these little ones, because I have to reball it. That's not a good sign, though. Oh, alright, nice. It was the M9. I'm surprised about that. So it is charging now. That's awesome. So So the reason why I thought maybe it was this the Max chip is because, and I'll have to remember this for future Switch Lites, but around this Max chip here, focus. Okay. Around this Max chip here, a lot of these caps here around the Max are like all ground. They all report ground. So this one is 0.04. This one's a dead ground. This is 0.04, but it's registering as continuity to ground. This one as well, same thing, 0.12, and these might be filters though. And then you got these little caps as well here. This one registers as with red on ground. This one registers as dead short. Dead short. These little ones are dead short. These top ones 0.14 and dead short. The top one here is 0.109, so this is real low resistance ground. This one's 0.109. This one's dead short to ground. I think that's a filter. What's up, Charles? So most of these around this Max chip are reporting like just shorts on both sides. 0.136 on the little cap on the right hand side. But that's, I don't know, just looks weird. Switch Lite. Yeah, but now it doesn't matter if that's what it's reporting, because if you look at the top left of the screen here, it'll focus. So here's the top left of the screen, and if I plug her in, you can see, oh, it's water damaged. That's why. I just noticed that just now. Hold on one second here. So it's water damaged, but there's the display right there. You can see the charging icon. But I did notice when the screen turned on, I saw a bunch of water damage under the screen. So that's what happened to it. I'm just gonna let this charge up for a little bit, and then I'll put it back together. But it seems like that M9 fixed it, even though it was no shorts around this M9. It was. Anyways, that is gonna be it. I'll put this thing back together once it actually powers on and I test it fully. But other than that, oh, we're good to go. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and watching. I hope you had fun watching some. What's up, Maxie? Yeah, I hope you had some fun watching some repairs and listening to some synthwave. And I'll catch you guys next time.